How's it going, guys? My name is Jade Ace.
And I'm Jared Ace. And
welcome back to MoneyMetEish.
MoneyMetEish.
Today, we are talking about planning for our trip home in the summertime or in the wintertime back in South Africa in July and August.
We plan on staying for around 6 weeks because we have to quarantine for 2 weeks when we get back to Taiwan.
We have not been back home since 2019.
2019, guys. 3 full years.
3 years.
So there are a lot of things that we need to get done when we get home.
We divided our budget into different categories as well as things we must totally do when we go home and things we want to do. And our budget must try to include all of these things.
But before we get into it any further, remember that we are not financial advisors. This is not financial advice. And these are blank cups. Blank cups. Put your logo on our cups. For more information about blank cups and how you can work with MoneyMetEish, contact us on MoneyMetEish@gmail.com. Since it's been so long since we've gotten home, we actually don't really know the prices of everything, and putting a budget together without knowing the prices is kind of difficult. So this is where we need you to give us some help. If you think that any of our budgets are completely way out of whack, we need to budget more for something, we need to budget less for something, let us know in the comments down below, because we would greatly appreciate any help we could get.
The first category are flights. Flights have increased a lot since we've been home. The first time we came over to Taiwan, it was about 13,000 rand. And now it's about 16,000 rand, plus minus. So actually, we've been saving for Jaded's flight since last year. So that's paid. And my flight is taken care of by my school contract. So when I signed my contract, they agreed to pay for my flight, so that's very nice.
Yes.
And then, so flights are checked, international flights, but if we want to fly anywhere within South Africa, we have budgeted about 4,000 rand for domestic flights.
Which we're definitely going to be doing. We'll be spending time in Gauteng and in Cape Town, so the flights internally are something that is going to have to happen. What's the next category?
Okay, the next category is accommodation for when we want to go away with family and friends. So, of course, we're not just going to stay at home. We want to see a little bit of South Africa.
Needs me some bush time.
Yes.
So, we are definitely going to at least do Kruger that we know of. But we're going to need accommodation in a few places. So we need to pay for all those. We also have a piece of land down in KZN that we need to go and have a look at. So we need to just go and make sure that everything is still there.
We have to plan what we want to do with it.
We really do.
Do we want to sell it, build on it, make a holiday home, Airbnb? We don't know.
Let us know down below what you think we should do.
Yes.
Then we also need to get places. This is an expense that I think is going to be the highest that we're going to have to face. We don't have a car in South Africa anymore. And so I think we're either going to need to hire one, or if you know someone at a dealership who would like their logo on our cup, that would be great too.
But also, even with that, we still have to pay for petrol.
Still have to pay for petrol.
It's going to be expensive, one of the biggest expenses. So we have to start saving for that now already.
It is part of the reason why I bought a fine. But also, even if we can't budget based on a hope that we might get a car sponsor.
So we are budgeting that we are going to have to hire a car. So it's in our budget.
We are.
Done.
We're currently budgeting about 17,000 rand for those 6 weeks for car hire and petrol. So we will...
Let's see.
We will see. The accommodation we're looking at is about 22,000 rand, and that is accommodation in 4 or 5 different places. We will be staying with family, although they don't know we're coming yet. So, hey, family, we'll
See you soon.
How much did we budget for our spending money?
We budgeted about 20,000 rand.
The great thing about this is that this is money that we actually forgot that we had been saving.
For the past 2 years.
Yeah. So I've got a small little savings account with one of the big banks, and I really just forgot that it existed. And then I got an email saying like, hey, you ever gonna use this money? Or like, what's happening over here? So that money, when we get back to South Africa, that money will be all of our spending money. So we're not having to save any money for that. That's money that is already there. We're just going to use that money.
So thank you, past Jared, for having that account and saving that money for future Jared and Jade.
You are welcome.
Actually, the next thing that's on our list should be the top at our list, which is travel insurance. And I think a lot of people used to overlook this before, but now you cannot anymore. We always used to have travel insurance because we never knew what would happen.
Our travel insurance is going to cost more because we can't go with a travel insurance company that like you see on everybody's YouTube videos, all these travel influencers and stuff. We can't do that. When they're traveling, they're not going to where the travel insurance thinks they should already be. Since we're South African citizens, we need travel insurance to go back to our home country, which sounds ridiculous. Especially from an insurance point of view. So the only people we can really get insurance from that we've found is Sanlam. We got our insurance with them the last time. It is painfully expensive.
It's very expensive.
It is really expensive to get insurance to go back to a country where you were born. So that's a rather large expense. We are budgeting an undisclosed fee because if someone from a travel insurance company watches this, I don't want them to think, hey, we can bump up the price to meet that fee because that's how much they're willing to pay. So that fee will be undisclosed. It's under 10,000 Rand. Travel insurance people, please.
Crazy.
Then, one of the biggest reasons we're going back home
is
is to do admin.
Adminations.
We need new passports.
And big ones.
We need driver's licenses. We need...
I don't think we're going to have time to do the driver's license, honestly.
I'm going to be driving on a Taiwanese driver's license. I hope I get pulled over, actually, because the interaction with the policeman is going to be absolutely priceless.
I don't want to
when I give him a driver's license written in Chinese, it is going to be absolutely priceless.
Continue, please.
Okay. Then, guys, it is ridiculously expensive, actually, to go home.
Can we afford it?
We don't actually know if we can afford it. And one of the bigger reasons is...
Thank you to what shall not be named that has happened in the past 2 years.
Not the Voldemort.
But like the Marvel, So because of that, we have to quarantine when we come back to Taiwan. And depending on how bad the pandemic is, we might have to quarantine in a hotel. We might have an opportunity to quarantine at home.
I hope we can quarantine at home.
Maybe. We might have to do half at home, half at the hotel. That would be perfect. But if it's bad...
are having to budget 15,000 Rand for the quarantine.
It's very expensive.
Painful. Ridiculously painful.
And we can't quarantine in the same hotel room.
Oh, yes, we need 2
That's
hotel
the worst
rooms.
thing.
Can't even quarantine together.
So let's talk about what we need to do at home.
The first thing, the very, very, very first thing we're going to do...
The first day.
The day we land.
When we land.
I'm going to the bank. The second thing we're going to do is...
go to the company who shall not be named either.
And fire them. A couple of other things we need to do, apart from going down to see the property in KZN. We have a storage unit, which we thought, hey, we're going for 6 months. We need all of this crap. We're going to keep it in storage. It's been 4.5 years. I have no idea what's in that storage container.
And what's even okay to still own.
I don't know if the rats have gotten it. I do know, however, that there are at least 1,000 Pokemon cards in there. I'd love to do a MoneyMetEish meetup where we can maybe meet at a bar or a cafe or something and then just like chat. I think that'd be fun. If you would like a MoneyMetEish meetup, we would do one in Cape Town and one in Gauteng somewhere, maybe. Crazy transition. We found out while editing the video that a large chunk of the video actually didn't record.
It just stopped recording.
It just stopped. So, we'll take that as a place to end this video. So, it looks as if it's going to cost us around 150,000 Rand to go home. And we really need to look and see if we can afford to go home this year. It is a big goal for us for the year.
Let us know down below what you would do. Would you stay in your country if you were living abroad, or would you actually go home? We don't know. Lots of things to consider.
Really a lot. So, if you liked this video, it is different to our regular videos. But if you like this video,
hit the thumbs up button, comment down below,
and subscribe to MoneyMetEish to be notified when we upload new videos. You can also follow MoneyMetEish on Facebook and Instagram and everywhere where MoneyMetEishes are. Also,
keep your eye out for the Patreon that's coming out soon in February.
Thanks for watching and
good night.